Welcome to the Talking Sport Report podcast with Scotty and Eggo.
Unbelievable.
Episode 27, Talking Sport Report. Scotty and Eggo, we are lifelong friends from the schoolyard, and we jump on every Sunday night. We talk football, we talk cricket, we talk all things sport, basically. We've been sort of, Scotty, harboured away from all the world sport because the NRL was getting so damn tasty in finals time, but this will be the first time in a long time we get to actually go and talk about all the sports we love.
It was, yeah, you're right. It was just too intense to step away from. It was a big focus, but you can tell that season's now done because I'm currently looking at fashions from today at the Everest. Not that we will cover it, but yeah, that's where I'm at in the world of sport as we speak. Let's get out of that.
Yeah, quite a decent win in the Everest too, because that favourite was never going to get beaten. Incredible run in the Everest itself. But
at one point he was at $2. You would have been too stupid to knock that back. That's good odds for something that was definitely that good.
Yeah. Anyway, that's life. That's generally the bets I do knock back, the ones that are too good to be true. And you go, why didn't I just back the damn favourite? Tonight we're going to touch on a lot of things. We've got a lot of NRL news because there is still NRL happening. The Australians just touched down overseas in England for the Ashes, which is going to be really interesting. A stacked lineup they've got over there. But what's happening here in Australia that's got us intrigued about the NRL this week, and we'll get onto that in a second. Yes, definitely. We're going to touch on cricket because Manus Labuschagne, he's back, baby. And then we'll go around the grounds and finish off with, we've got technically Comment Club where we talk to people who message us and do some shout outs. But we've been talking about this Show Goat, which is our show greatest of all time, person who listens, our weekly Show Goat. There is probably one in the running for this week, which is pretty cool. Okay. So I'll give you that later on tonight, and then we will finish off with our tip-off, where we bet against each other, and that's going to be interesting. But we've got to kick it off with the most fascinating news. Scotty, where were you when you found out that Gus Gould does do a shit?
Do you know, I saw the picture, and I'm like, okay, why are we getting so excited about basically a to-the-floor toilet door? It's actually got a good ring to it. Do the full explain. So, for anyone who hasn't seen this photo, what is it? So, basically, old Gus, Phil Gould, he's gone in, obviously had to take a shit, unless he sits down to piss. If he does,
with his pants off.
So, you got to try it sometime.
That's true.
But, anyway, he's got excited about a toilet door that goes to the floor. And I mean all the way. So no one can get a bit of a peek under, which is, it's not really new. They are out there, but he was fascinated to the point that he took a picture and posted it to socials. Great. I saw said photo, didn't think too much about it until you catch a glimpse of Gus's reflection. Like you said,
in the
pants
door.
off, obviously mid-shit. Gus thought that was the best time to take a photo. Now,
I don't think he was ready for the reflection of that door. That was one of those, if you haven't seen it, it's one of those real acrylic doors that have got the heavy reflection on it.
But my question is, are you snapping pictures on the shitter? I mean,
well,
because I pictured,
I have done. I have taken a photo of the shitter before.
I honestly thought, When all this come to light, I honestly thought Gus would have been like an Angry Birds player or something other than, I guess, a connoisseur of toilet doors. But
you know what I loved about it, though? I loved about it because Gus is getting on a bit in age, right?
Yes.
And the fact that, most of us, it's not a good thing, but tell me one guy who doesn't take their phone to do a shit.
100%. Definitely.
It is one incredible private time, right? So I love that Gus does it too.
Well,
just confirms that Gus takes a shit with his phone in his hand because he's obviously seen the door. He's referring to a Seinfeld episode because the Seinfeld episode's all about the door that goes to the floor. Very, very funny scene between George and Jerry. This is what I love. The fact that he then thought, oh, this is going to be so funny. I'm going to chuck this up on the old social media. He did delete it, but as the great internet does do, it found a way to get it back. People have screenshotted the hell out of that thing. And that is doing the rounds. And, mate, it's a thing of beauty, right? Like,
it's an absolute ripper. And I mean, do you know what? Probably not the weirdest thing Gus has ever done in a cubicle, that's for sure. I mean,
that's true. What would you do though if you're Cameron Ciraldo or you're Lockie Galvin and you're getting texts throughout the afternoon from Gus? Are you texting back, Gus? Are you taking a shit? Like, this is way...
No, you know what? I think a guy at his age, he's lucky to go once a day. Unless he's eating fibre 3 meals a day.
Yes.
You know, I've worked with some older gentlemen in the past that have basically said, as you get older, you don't get a chance to hold it because they don't come through that often. So,
yeah.
I don't know if Gus would be a once a dayer. He might be once every couple.
Well, maybe. We do know one thing for sure. He is definitely a two-hand holder of the phone.
Definitely is.
He did the old double. So you think he's definitely using the two indexes to type a text. No doubt.
Far out. At least it wasn't an iPad.
Well, that's actually a very good point. Very, very good point.
Good way to start the show.
Love that. It was one of the absolute photos. It took me back to, in NRL history, what were the greatest photos of all time? And I don't know if they ever got a photo of them, but was there ever photos floating around of Mitchell Pearce with the dog or Todd Carney with the bubbler?
No, so wasn't Pearce video footage?
That's right, it was too.
Todd Carney was a photo.
Yes.
Was a photo. So I done a little bit of digging, and to be honest, there's not many others in the NRL. There's a shit ton in the world of sport, but a lot of those are leaked pictures. So
not self-posted.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
I wonder if he was texting someone at the same time about the new Bulldogs logo, because that has definitely rocked a few people this week. If you haven't seen it, it's a brand new. What would you describe it as? Like a cartoon-like logo?
One of the comments I read is Paw Patrol from Temu.
Yes, so is Paw Patrol.
Now, they've tried to unveil this logo where they pinpoint all different things on it and explain its meaning. Overall, they need to scrap these 5 pinpoints and drop one big one that just says, it's the best we could do on a small budget. Because that...
Yeah, someone's just jumped on Canva. Like, it's...
Not to sound cliche, but I honestly reckon they've given the work experience kid a crack at this and they've run with it.
Well, I heard a couple of the things that they were saying. It's all about the dog is finally giving the opposition team eye contact. And I'm like, cool. But when the dog looks like it's out of a TV show for kids, how scary can it be?
Actually,
you know what I mean?
I'm just going to go have another look at it. I think it does it almost does resemble Rubble from, And I'll be honest with you, I do like Rubble, but there is nothing menacing about this dog.
No.
There's no teeth showing.
No.
It's more like, it's not even angry, it's just disappointed. The look on its face, it's not even like you took its last pork chop. It's more you've walked past and just farted in its presence. That's the look it's giving you. Like, it's not even menacing.
It's unbelievable. So, it's definitely rubbed up a lot of people the wrong way. I heard Willie Mason on his podcast Levels chatting about it. And of course he's going to say and support it because he is literally a member of the Bulldogs team. So he has to support it. But you can't, deep down, I can't think that Willie Mason is thinking, oh, that's a great logo.
I would love to have seen his take on it as soon as they were off air. When no cameras were running, when there was no microphone going, I reckon he would have tore shreds off it.
Well, I love it because it reminds me of when the AFL released the new Tasmanian AFL team, and it was meant to be the Tasmanian Devils, basically. So it was the AFL team of, Tasmania. I think it was actually the Tasmanian Devils. Anyway, so they're the new AFL team, and their mascot looks like Radis.
It does too.
From the old, what was that called again?
I talk about them.
The Rascals?
Yes, Radis the Rat.
Yeah.
Wow.
He does not look like a he looks shocking. And they revealed that and everyone was like, oh God, is that we've waited all this time to finally get an AFL team and that's our mascot?
That's woeful.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
There's pretty bad ones out there.
We could almost run an entire show on shit emblems. Because I remember Leeds tried to do it a few years ago. They went from went from that amazing logo they have to almost like a headless body with its hand on its chest. And it copped so much backlash that they had to scrap it not long after. Like,
yeah.
I mean, is this the thing? Like, are the Dogs going to stick to it? Are they going to run this Timu rubble? Or do you reckon they'll relent and they'll go back to something old school?
If you know Gus Gould, and I know him because I know he takes shits with his phone. If you know Gus Gould like we know Gus Gould now in a personal level, there ain't no way he's backing back on that.
He's not.
That's a lock. You know what? Let's be fair to the logo. There's not a better player running around the NRL that deserves to wear that logo than Lockie Galvin.
Definitely. You know what?
He is rubble.
I'm just looking at it again, and it is woeful. Look at that on a jersey.
Yeah, it doesn't look real, does it? That's when I first saw it. I went, someone's had. I love the internet. They always take the piss, and I'm like, that's actually the real logo.
Well, I'm looking here. There's a picture of Crichton pointing to it with a smile on his face. Is that a smile like, come on, let's go? Or is that a smile like, are they taking the piss?
I just think that the logo was superimposed. That was one of him earlier in the year pointing at the old logo.
That's a good point.
And they've just put that new logo there, and Crichton's in.
That's woeful.
Hey, the other massive news that's floating around the NRL right now, which we have to get to because it's kind of everywhere, is Rugby 360.
Huge.
This is nuts. So Peter V'landys has done a complete 180. So you'll remember a couple of weeks ago, he was coming out saying, these guys aren't legit. Yep. Don't even worry about them. Who gives a stuff? They're not even a proper league. To this week saying, if you sign with them or talk to them or even are seen in the same, cafe as them, you're going to cop a 10-year ban. That's the hell?
Huge. That is huge. Now, do you think V'landys will stick to his guns, or will it be a player-by-player structure? So, for example, Payne Huss decides he wants to line his pockets for a few years. You can't blame the guy. Do you think V'landys will turn around in 2 or 3 years and go, all right, yep, you can come back? But if Zach Lomax does the same and comes back, you think V'landys is like, fucking champ, you got 10 years, bro. You got 10 years, mate.
Yeah.
Well,
it's almost like V'landys is trying to find ways to get rid of football players he doesn't like. You know what I mean?
Is he scared? Is he genuinely concerned that this is a massive threat?
I think one of the interesting things to come out of this is how the hell are you meant to know? The guy is literally off his rocker.
That's true.
Like 1 minute he's saying, who cares? Next minute he's 10 years. Like he's that classic guy at the pub where, you want to have a conversation with him and yet he can't because it's either 100 kilometers an hour this way or 100 kilometers an hour that way. There's nothing in the middle. And it's like,
yeah, you're right. He's the guy that if you took a real good shit yesterday, he took a better one the day before.
Yes. 100%. That's bang on what it is. That's absolutely bang on what it is.
I did read an interesting thing. It was like, V'landys kind of got over the Melbourne Cup, so he started the Everest. Like, he can't be shown up. So I don't know if this is an empty threat or if he will turn around and throw his toys out of the cot and impose these bans.
Can I just say, though, it's pretty shit form. I was reading a fantastic post today about how the NRL started. Well, not so much the NRL, but rugby league started. And basically, it came out of rugby union back in I believe, the 1800s. So it was like 1890 or something like that when it first come on the scene. And basically, rugby league started off the back of rugby union was all about this professionalism, and rugby league just took a new route. And they were the Rugby 360, the Super League. They attacked rugby union. And if you were a rugby union player back then and you even considered going to rugby league, you were outed from rugby union. And now that rugby league is at its absolute peak, it's the other way around. Now, all of a sudden, if you were seen, talking over here. But the way I look at this is, and this is where Peter Volandi's got to pull his head in, it is a business.
Oh, definitely.
Now, if you love the place that you work for, and we don't even go into names and stuff like that, but if someone else came to you and said, I'm going to offer you 5 times your salary to come and work for me, you would be an idiot to not take it.
100%. And you're right. At the end of the day, this all comes down to these guys thinking about their future and their family. And of all people, the prime example is Payne Haas, because he's had a pretty tough run with family. No one could blame that guy for trying something new and taking that much cash. And in the same breath, you would be stupid to not want him back in the NRL 2 or 3 years later.
Yep.
Massively.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. It's like if you can't match the money, and we can't match the money,
not.
then they can't pay everybody 5 times the amount. So they may take 30 players, they may take 40 players. Who knows how many players they'll take? But at the end of the day, that is looking after those players are then going to go and get theirs and going to look after their family. And you might have, what if you have like a really short career? You might have 6-10 years tops playing this game, and then you've got to work out what's next. Like,
you can't have.
Of course, you're going to go and do it.
You can't have every player leaving NRL and walking into a commentator's gig. Like,
correct.
I don't know. And you know what? There are some players out there where they probably can pay them all 5 times their wage. They could get a young up and comer that's on 180 a year and turn around and go, well, we'll offer you 900 a year to come play union for 3 years.
Yeah.
It's not
nuts, isn't it?
And the money, I don't know how they're doing it, but apparently every player is on tax-free money. Apparently.
It's nuts.
Like,
which is funny. So, like, that's the exact same thing they're doing for the PNG team, remember? They're saying tax-free there. So they're saying, oh, this is all. So that's why I think this is really funny. It's like the NRL hate it until it's done to them.
Exactly.
It's a great idea, and then when it's done back to them, it's the worst thing in the world, and you're the worst, and you're going to get a 10-year ban. And that is going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. And by the way, if you talk to anyone with any sort of legal background, there is almost zero chance that if the players who all left with millions of dollars, mind you, wanted to come back to league and they said 10-year ban and they decided to join forces and do a class action suit against the NRL.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think they've got a leg to stand on, and they would absolutely smash them, and they've got the money to do it.
Definitely will. Definitely will. I tell you what I did find funny out of all of that, though. Like you said, when rugby league first started, if you were a union player, you were ostracised if you even considered playing rugby league. Big freaking difference. Yeah. We're talking millions now. Back then, you're talking get your own day job and just come play for a bit of fun in a park. That's
right. You might have got a free pair of boots.
Maybe, but those bastards would have been heavy. Definitely.
Yeah. They're the ones that also you can pull the studs off and continue to work as normal as a bricklayer.
That's it. Yeah. Far out.
Well, it's gonna be very interesting to keep watching this space because there are clearly other names out there that they haven't released yet.
Massive.
That are going to start to come to the forefront, and it's going to be very interesting when the first one is confirmed.
Do you think that'll open floodgates?
I think of course, because if once one of them is confirmed, it means they're signing paperwork, right?
Yep.
And so all of a sudden, then that's where, oh shit, this is real. This really is happening.
I mean, it could be the case of, who knows, some of these guys could have signed it's all under wraps. It's like when you go to a buffet and you're waiting for your mate to get up first so you don't seem too eager. And once your first mate goes, everyone's following suit. So I reckon that first name released, I reckon they're just going to flow after that. And I mean in numbers, high numbers. Who do you think the first one's going to be? You think Lomax?
I feel like Lomax wants it to be Lomax. I feel like that guy is just so like, we spoke about it in previous weeks. That guy's under like 3-year contract, yet he wants to go off and play there. Now, I understand why he wants to, but that guy just doesn't understand how contracts work. And at least the other ones who we're talking about, you know, your likes of Pappenhausen and people like that, they're actually coming off contracts, so they understand that they can go and do this. Whereas brilliant. Old mate Lomax is just like, no, I'm going to do what I feel like he talks to himself in third person. Lomax wants what Lomax wants. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's brilliant. All right, so you reckon Lomax will be the first?
No, I don't think he will be. I would laugh if they don't even sign him.
Definitely. He's already got his bags packed, ready to roll.
That's it. Give him a 10-year suspension anyway.
Yes, actually, do it.
Just for commenting.
Do it. I'm on board with that.
Hey, another interesting bit of news coming out of the Bulldogs. I feel like the Bulldogs are having a pretty big little couple of weeks, from poos to new logos into Adam O'Brien. Adam O'Brien is their apparently new attacking coach.
Yes, so they can probably, I guess in a sense, they could kiss goodbye any attacking kicks. That's gone.
Well, the Knights probably weren't that good at attack.
That's what I mean.
Towards the back end of the year. I mean, having said that, I don't think the same talent are in the Knights jersey than the Bulldogs jersey. They've definitely got a lot more people floating around who can probably make a bit more of a dent. But very interesting news that Adam O'Brien is pretty much signed there. Because I thought it was Jason Taylor. I thought he was there.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing not. I'm guessing they're going with, you know, Adam O'Brien, and he's going to be heading up to the Bulldogs.
I'm just having a look at some of these headlines. O'Brien set to land Manly coaching job. Spoon fallout. Former Knights coach moves to NRL rivals. Set to join Canterbury's coaching staff. I tell you which of those headlines I like better, and it's not joining Manly. So good luck
that's
to
so
him.
true.
Good luck to him. Good luck to him. I mean, he can't do any worse, can he? Really?
No, he definitely can't. I mean, the Knights, and you know, to be fair, he's going from the cellar to like the Knights are going to be wooden spooners next couple of years. At least he's going somewhere where he might actually be relevant. He'll at least be relevant in finals time, which is going to be very interesting. Now, Craig Bellamy in other coaching news. This one got my attention and your attention too, because he's got 1 year left in his contract. So 2027 is when Bellamy pulls up stumps with the Storm.
Yep.
And who wouldn't want Bellamy as a part of their coaching outfit,
definitely.
right? The guy's a freak. A freak. He's 66 or something, isn't he? Like, which is crazy to think he's that old. He doesn't look that old.
Doesn't look that old. Does not look that old. Although we're not here to talk about his looks. Attractive individual.
That's true.
For his age. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you know what perplexed me about all of this? What really confused me, and I've read about it online, so I thought I'd chat to you about it. Apparently, Josh Hannay, who has signed a 3-year deal with the Titans to be their head coach, has a clause in his contract that if Bellamy becomes available, he moves to assistant. Is that not
so they're already getting ready for this?
Is that not the ultimate piss take? I mean, does that mean that he's already agreed a reduced salary? And because that's huge. That is massive.
Huge.
For a guy that's apparently got fantastic relationships with players, that is massive.
But do you kind of know where your bread's buttered? Like, Craig Bellamy is the ultimate of coaches, and you'd think what will happen is the guy's 66. He clearly wants to slow down a little bit. Even if he was to come to the Titans, you wouldn't think it would be as long term. Like, he's been trying to retire for the last few years. You think like it is that slowing down.
So
I'd be more worried if there was a clause in his contract saying not only Craig Bellamy, but if Adam O'Brien was to sign, I would also go back to assistant coach. That would be a lot worse.
So wants to slow down. In a sense, he's looking at taking on a job for a few years where he no longer has to work in September.
That's a good point.
That's a nice way to ease into retirement. And
yeah,
I mean, come on. You know, the Titans never really ruffled any feathers. And I think
that's good. And
as good as he is, I think it'd take a little bit for Bellamy to turn it around.
Oh, for sure. And you know what I love about it too? He'd be able to do the old classic. Well, Josh, was head coach before I came here. So, next week I'm going to let Josh take over for a week and do some coach, and he's just going to duck off to Cairns. You know what I mean?
Fishing charters.
Little holiday here and
shit
there.
like that.
Yeah, little fishing charters. Yeah, gets a cheeky text from Matthew Hayden. Come on out to my boat. We'll go fishing. I'll bribe you or something like that.
I'd take leave without pay to do that. It's Matty Hayden.
I know.
You've used the worst example. You definitely have.
Yeah, Bellamy would love it though, wouldn't he?
100%. Cranky prick.
Sucks for poor Josh Hannay because he's got such a good rap, and he's got. But then again, at least that way he could soften the blow of how hard the next few Titan seasons will be if he can sort of put a bit of blame on Bellamy. And if Bellamy can't do it, don't blame me if I can't do it.
Could you imagine though? Bellamy built something decent over 2 or 3 seasons and left that for Hannay. Hannay had looked like an absolute god. Unless
maybe that's why he allowed that in his contract, because that to me, if you could do that and then imagine this, like Bellamy wants to live in southeast Queensland, so all of a sudden you not only have Bellamy help set this club up that's a shit show, but you then have Bellamy on speed dial whenever you need him. Hey, come down to training for a couple of days. We need a bit of help with this, whatever. Even after he was to leave,
that's a good call.
Like that's nuts to have that kind of guy on speed dial.
A good call. It is a good call. And I don't know, it's going to be interesting to see because, I mean, could you ever picture Bellamy anywhere else? Like, do you know what I mean? So at the moment, it sounds like it's all, I don't know, is this just off-season journalism, or do you think the Titans are that ambitious they think they can pull this off?
I think there's been where there's smoke, there's fire.
Right, normally, yes.
And I think there has been a lot of conversations. Like, this is not the first time this raid has happened to try and get Craig there. I think they know, and the fact they've even put it in his contract shows that they know, and they must be having conversations with Craig where he's like, look, boys, not right now, maybe in the future. And Craig has point blank said this is probably it. Like he did an interview with Ray Hadley for Fox Sports across the final series, and he basically said next year's it, and I think that'll be it for me. I'm going to pull up stumps. So, from what I can hear, the Storm are chasing Billy Slater, or even his son, Craig Bellamy's son, Aaron Bellamy, is down there at the Storm. So he's a candidate to take over.
They can have Seabold if they want.
I think they would rather Aaron Bellamy.
Isn't that a good way to just end years of dominance for Melbourne? Give Seabold the gig.
Yes, I was going to say, part of me feels like if Aaron Bellamy gets it, is that every other club's worst nightmare? Another Bellamy? Because even if he's only slightly as good as his father, he's still got the name, he's still got the carry, the pull that comes with the name Bellamy.
Yeah.
He's got his dad on hand to help wherever he needs to. I'm sure he could do a pretty good job. Anyway, that's going to be watch this space. Let's just hope they crater and fall off a cliff because we need the Storm to be bad at least once in their generational life. Because they basically have been good since 97.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus Christ.
Hey, the cricket is now warming up and we are getting very, very close to the Ashes. Mm-hmm. So now comes the great conversations around who gets picked for Australia.
How's the injuries though?
And it's bad. So I'm gonna roll through a couple of names, and I want you to give me your honest take on where you feel these guys are for Australia, and we can even go over some POMs if you want as well.
I'd rather not.
But I'm gonna start off with the new golden boy, of Australian cricket, the great man. Who could have ever doubted this guy?
Oh.
Manus Labuschagne. Oh, he's back, baby.
He is killing it. Honestly, deserves that baggy green back. Bring him back. He must play the first test. But
if you've missed it, 5 matches for Queensland, 400s.
Yes. Huge.
The guy is on fire.
Huge. But as I said to you, knowing how this guy's run of luck has been, he'll get that spot in the first test and he'll probably walk out and get a pair.
No.
2 ducks.
Pair of hundreds.
And Tongue will get him.
Pair of hundreds.
Tongue will get him. And Manus will be tongue fucked.
Damn it. Or the reverse of it is he comes out like Ricky Ponting did in his 100th test at the MCG. Remember that? And Ricky went out and put 100 in the first and put 100 in the second.
Yep. Oh, stop putting the pressure on Manus.
No, that's not pressure. That's you know why? I just feel like it's down in Perth, right?
Over in.
Look,
Yep.
over in Perth. Yeah, that's true. He's got this.
You reckon?
He's got this. It'll be coming on nicely. It's not the old whackers back in the day where it would kill you.
That's
I
true.
think you'll be able to feel it. It's a different kind of pitch. I think. I'll tell you what, they're definitely bringing the heat. There's, you look at like Wood, Archer, Tongue. They can all bowl 150
but
clicks.
fucking Jofra Archer. I mean, that's nothing. You can bowl 150, but when you're bowling like shit, 150 is nothing. No, I'm serious. That guy goes for some serious runs.
Yeah.
I do not rate the guy at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Bring Archer over. Let Manus take to him. And we can look back on this and you can pull out the old told you so. And I'll be happy about it. I will not argue. I will take that in my stride.
I still get a little bit concerned, though. I have flashbacks of when Joffrey Archer did get it right. And it was that test, was it in Lords in England, when he basically, didn't he concuss Steve Smith? Hit him in the head. Like, it was just some brutal bowling. And if he was to turn that sort of form around, that's when I get a bit worried, especially on some of these Australian pitches, like in Brisbane, like in Perth, where I know they're not the classic pitches of old, but they're still very quick pitches. Can do some damage. If he was to turn that around, you'll love this. James Harmison.
Yeah, Steve Harmison.
Steve Harmison has come out and basically said it's a whitewash. The Ashes are going to England.
Yes.
And which I think is hilarious.
Do you know what I also found funny about that? He said he thinks this is the strongest team, England. As soon as you come out and you say, I believe or I think, are you really that locked in on it? I feel like that guy is just such a fucking idiot. He's trying to talk it up, but he has completely stuffed his words, and now I think he's second-guessing himself. The guy that had the greatest ever first ball to start an Ashes test match, mind you.
Oh, wasn't that a
Jesus Christ. So I tell you what.
Caught it third slip?
I think it didn't go for 4 buys. It went between second and third. It was fantastic.
What a great
I will
start.
tell you, with the Ashes firing up, with it getting real close, I've just started thinking back to some of these poms and who we will see out here. And I'm so annoyed because there's just one pom that I just cannot wrap my head around. And just looking at him, Ben Duckett.
Yeah.
I swear to God, like, he must be in that team as a favour to someone. Has to be.
He's got some photos.
Oh, dead set. Cannot stand the look of the bloke. Oh,
Didn't he almost have a punch up with the Indian team in that Indian match? I feel like he was one of the main culprits in there.
I wouldn't be surprised. He seems like an absolute jerk, like a germ of a human.
Yeah.
You've upset me.
It's okay. It's okay because I'm going to continue to upset you because there's some concerns around the Aussies, right?
Yes.
So you got Cummins, who's basically out for this one-day international series, and that doesn't look good. And he was sort of saying it was the same injury as 7 to 8 years ago. Now, 7 to 8 years ago, that was when he was just completely stuffed. He very rarely played for Australia during that time. Remember, he was just basically always injured with his back.
Yep.
That doesn't sound good. Do you think he'll play at all in this Ashes series?
I think he will, only if, because the one guy that's going to replace him, I feel there's so much pressure on him because of how he has performed. The only way...
Who is that guy?
Scotty damn Boland.
What legend.
An absolute weapon of a human. I feel there is so much pressure on this guy because every time he's had the ball in his hand, he has produced magic. Absolute gold.
You know his last 3 deliveries
In Test cricket
are all wickets.
So,
that's insane. He's on a double hat trick in his first ball of the Ashes.
So I'm going to put it out there, and I'm going to put it out there right now. His first delivery in the first Ashes test, it's going to be edged and it's going to be caught in slip. He is going to start with a wicket. I'm calling it now.
And therefore,
double
hat trick.
It will be, didn't you say the other day on the phone, it will be the longest double hat trick ever. Because when
surely have to be, right?
When did he take the hat trick?
I've got a feeling, would it have been against Sri Lanka?
So it was this year. It was, here we go, it was in July. Could you imagine taking a hat trick in July and finishing with a double hat trick in what, November?
So what was that in? What was the test in July?
That was against the Windies in Jamaica.
Oh, that's right.
Wow.
Yeah, so he takes 3 wickets to end the match, then literally comes through matter of months later, like almost 5 months later. That's an incredible double hat trick.
You do have to take a step back and just admire the quality we have to come in to replace Cummins. Cummins is quality, but my God, he's got the best average in 100 years, Scotty Boland. I hope he lives up to all the hype, and I just hope he does justice, because at the moment he can't do any wrong in Australian eyes. He could walk out tomorrow on live TV and kick a puppy, and Aussies would defend Boland. The puppy shouldn't have been there. Puppy shouldn't have walked across his stride. You know, why was the puppy in an RSPCA kennel anyway? Like, it would be the puppy's fault, not Scotty Boland's. I hope we finish this Ashes series and Australia is just more in love with Scotty Boland then than they are now.
And I know you just said that as a hypothetical, but you're so true, because I started to hate the puppy. You know what I mean? And it's a freaking hypothetical. And I'm like, fuck that puppy. What does it do with that?
Fucking arsehole.
And then I thought, hang on, there is no
Trying
puppy.
to get Scotty in trouble.
Don't you dare touch Scotty Boland.
See? Thank you.
Yeah, you're bang on there. Well, the other interesting names that are floating around for this that are in doubt is Cameron Green.
Yeah.
So he's hurt as well again. So he bowled he bowled 8 overs the other day, and he's had to be rested from soreness. That sounds like me when I go for a walk down the street. Like, is this guy going on 90? He bowls 8 overs and he's got to be rested for soreness?
That's, well, you're right. It does. It sounds like me getting out of bed if I lay in there for 15 minutes too long.
So you've been hanging out with Adam Reynolds for too long?
So what, he's out of the one-dayer. Is there a chance he misses any of the tests?
I don't think so, but like that can't be a good sign.
Yeah.
That he's already gotten, like, the guy's been just injured for the last 2 years, just constantly. He finally comes back. He bowls 8 overs and is now being rested because he's got soreness. I guess he hasn't bowled in 2 years, so maybe that's what it is. But that's outrageous. The good thing is we do have a shit ton of really good bowlers, and now with Manus back in good form. You got to kind of feel like in Manus we trust. That's all we need. Just send Manus out there. I don't think we need any other batsmen.
100%. Give him the ball
Manus
as
and
well.
Steve Smith. Maybe they can just score a couple hundred each.
Oh, yeah. Yes. That's a good call. You reckon Smithy's got runs in him this series? And
yes.
Is it his last? I
think it is.
You reckon?
I think it is.
Okay.
I think he might end it in Sydney, or at least that will be where he'll call it, or that'll be a very special test.
Oh, it will.
I mean, the thing with Steve Smith, he loves cricket so much. I just don't know what he's going to do. After cricket's done. Like, the guy's obsessed with cricket.
Yeah. And I
guess you could always just travel the world doing T20 and things like that. Maybe he just retires from the international scene.
Don't think commentating will be enough to feed that for him. Do you know what I mean? He could retire from Test cricket. He could come into the commentary box. I don't think it'll be enough. Like you said, he loves cricket that much. I tell you what, it'll be sad if he calls it. It will. And I tell you what, wouldn't be a bad idea getting down to maybe day 3 of that test in Sydney. Wouldn't be too bad.
100%. Maybe record the podcast down there. I don't know. Just in one of the bays down there.
Why not? Make a couple of calls. See if we can get a commentary box. Yeah.
Don't you know who we are? You don't? No, that's good. That's fair.
Not surprised.
That's actually fair. Hey, shout out to former New South Wales under-19. He actually made the under-19 Australian team, actually. Harjar Singh. Now, we didn't get to talk about this last week, but if you didn't see this guy's knock, he's playing for a Sydney first grade team and playing well, mind you. Scored over 300 runs. Was smacking them out of the park. This was the weirdest part. It was like over 47 or 46 in a 50-over game, and the guy was on 260, and he went on to make 319. So you can imagine what he did to the last 3 overs. He was just hitting sixes for fun.
Massive.
It really felt like Ricky Ponting cricket. But this is this is cricket, and this guy's a great young kid, and I think he gets his shot for New South Wales in a week's time. He's going to play one of the 4-day games. Awesome. But it just shows you that cricket is just the ultimate bring you back to earth. His very next match, he's taken on Parramatta, gets a duck.
Isn't that 100%? That's just cricket. I remember doing it. Remember, I scored.
You were scoring 319, mate.
But when I scored my 100, I remember the week after we played at the Terrace, and I come out to open the baton, and their skippers walk past. He goes, "Oh, you scored some runs last week, mate." I'm like, "Yeah, got 100." He's like, "Yeah, okay, no worries." I got out first ball, got a golden. So safe to say, he gave me a bit of a spray on the way off. But yeah, mate, it happens. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
I never recovered from it because, as you know, I never scored another ton in my life.
Yeah, but that they're not easy to get, and that's why I think old mate scoring 300 and the shot he did get out on, he was trying to put that into
he was,
4 suburbs away. Clearly early on in his innings, and he tried to hit it into Victoria, and did play onto his stumps, but. He's going to be an interesting one to watch in the coming years. So keep an eye on the name Harjar Singh. Very, very talented, big hitter. And Constas has pretty much blown all chances of being in the Ashes this year as well. So he's the last one we need to talk about tonight.
It's really not much.
I feel like
really,
it's sad, isn't it? We had so much hope for him, and like he'll obviously go and fix himself, and this might be the little setback he needs, but. Off the back of when he was ramping, Boomer in the test matches to where he is now, it's almost sad. Like we were saying a couple of months ago that you pick him as a lock for the Ashes because you want someone like him in your team, but he's done so much against himself that now you can't pick him.
Exactly. But in saying that, the last outing he had in domestic cricket, he was dismissed by Boland. That I'd be proud of that.
Yeah.
You can't even.
It's almost a good
thing. You can't hold that against him. That's bound to happen. Nah. It's Scotty fucking Boland. So
that almost should get him picked in the Australian team. You hang on. You're out, mate. No, but I got picked up by Scotty. Oh, Scott Boland. Oh, you're in. Tick. No one can keep that guy out.
You played against Scotty Boland, mate. You're in. You're in. We need that.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to have seen that puppy? A
fucking puppy.
I fucking hate that puppy.
Walking into his line of path. It's a G up.
I can sense a little bit of happiness in yourself, Scotty. I feel like something has returned to your life.
What do you mean?
I feel like the EPL is back.
Oh, mate, it's been two weeks of international football, and we have games kicking off in just over an hour, but it doesn't. It's not going to be a good one for the Aussies if I get my way. Nottingham Forest are taking on Chelsea, and honestly, if Chelsea,
we know the manager. Who's the manager of Forest?
Ange Postecoglou. I don't know.
And how many matches have they played? And how many has he won?
How many has he been in? He hasn't won one. He hasn't won one.
I think it's like 7 or 8.
Here we go. Let's have a look at the table. So I'm just having a look because they've got like a nice little thing there for last 5. Oh, yep, last 5 for Forest. Loss, draw, loss. So they've played 7.
Yeah, wow.
And I think he took over after, the second game? But they have lost in Europe as well. I think if they lose tonight, he is dead and buried. He had a nice little rant.
That's crazy.
Nice little rant in his press conference. I think, honestly, he knows it's coming. It's just now a question of when. But in saying that, he's going to get a hefty payout for his contract. Like, could you imagine working for 9 weeks and getting paid out millions for losing your job, for basically not being good enough? But, yep, couldn't happen to a nicer bloke. Can't wait to see him going. Looking forward to it. Fantastic.
What else is happening in the EPL that we need to stay across? Arsenal
leading. I know that's coming.
Nice.
It's come as a shock to you. Since we last spoke, Aston Villa have won some games and scored some goals, which is fantastic.
Nice for you.
Yes, Liverpool.
Get away from that relegation.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Liverpool lost their last 2, which is...
Yeah, that's shocking.
Yeah, massive. But when you have a look at this table, it's insane. Like, Bournemouth are sitting 4th, Everton 8th, Sunderland 9th. Like, at one point, Everton and Sunderland were in high conversation to be relegated. And they're just sitting up there pretty. They're loving life. And at the start of the season, I made the call that Wolves will get relegated. Wolves have played 7 and won none. So I reckon I'm on for this. They've had 2 draws and 5 losses. Love to see Wolves go down. Already preparing the party. Because I swear to God, when they go down, I'm going to absolutely love it. Love it. But no, it is back. Aston Villa play Tottenham midnight Sunday night. Buddy and I have a schooner riding on that. I have messaged him and said, look, just go easy on me when you get the win. I don't know why. I just feel like Tottenham are looking good this year. They're sitting third.
Yeah.
They're 2 points off the lead.
A little bit frustrating.
Yeah, it is. Massively. But they're playing good football. It's amazing what a decent manager can do for you. Call that Ange.
Well, poor old Ange.
Not at all.
R.I.P. Dead man walking.
He's not dead. He's just losing a job.
No, he's not. But he's losing a job, and it's going to suck for him because you have to take all those millions of dollars and go sit on a boat somewhere in the French Riviera. Like, what a pain in the ass that'll be.
Poor prick.
Hey, I'm going to hit you with 4 different news topics, and I want you to tell me what your initial thoughts are, and then we're going to go to Comment Club. So a bit of a rapid fire. So basically, you tell me what you think is the key headline out of this and the key thing that you're happy or not happy about. Nikita Tszyu has a car crash.
Yeah, crazy. Because the initial headline I read, his career could be over. But I don't know if that was just like ultimate scare tactic. Honestly, hope it's nothing serious. Hope he comes back stronger than ever because at the moment he is the most entertaining zoo, except for Taronga, except for Taronga Park. But no, hope he's all good. To be honest, hope it's nothing serious.
Ohtani is one of the greatest baseball players of all time, but he is smashing records.
He is fantastic. Modern day, actually, I'll call it. He's better than Babe Ruth. He is gone out. We read pre-show. The guy took batting practice 2 days ago for the first time in a long time. He's that good. He doesn't even need to practice. Comes out, 3 home runs, 2 stolen bases, 10 runs batted in, pitched 6 stellar innings as well in the same game. Is there anything that guy can't do? I mean, he got off fucking betting charges, so yeah,
that's true. He's there's nothing he can't do by the sound of it.
Again, the Dodgers into another World Series. It'll be
Crazy.
Hard to see anyone else win MVP of that World Series.
Oh, if he does anything like that. And who do you think is the most likely opponent for them? Is there anyone that sort of comes to mind for you that will be there?
Maybe the Seattle Mariners, and I believe it will be their first World Series appearance.
Crazy.
So they're 3.
It's going to suck for them to get swept by the Dodgers.
But they're currently 3-2 up over the Blue Jays, and it's a best of 7. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But at the moment, they're slugging it out while the Dodgers now have a break for potentially the next week. Yeah.
Crazy.
So they'll come in real fresh.
All right. The NBA starts Wednesday. Wembanyama is an incredible basketball player for the Spurs. He's in his, I believe, fourth year now. Last year, he was listed at 7'4" or 7'3". And 7'5", and now he's listed at I think it was 7'3", and now he's listed at 7'5". But there's rumors floating around he could be 7'7", Scotty.
That'd be a big appendage, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it?
Holy
He's
shit.
a big prick. He's a big...
Does that guy just keep growing until he like hits the sun?
He is huge. Huge. What's doing with him? What's doing with his contract? Is he... Because at one point I read there was talk of him potentially being used, getting traded, shit like that.
Nah.
No?
He'll be sweet. He'll be sweet. He'll be a Spur for life, you'd almost think. And they'll be good this year. They'll be sneaky good. Like OKC will most likely go back to back. It's going to be very hard for anyone to beat them. But I think the Spurs will shock a few teams. I did hear a great bet through the week. If you're going to go over-unders, I think their over-under is like mid-40s, and people reckon bang the over on that one because Wembanyama has gone to a next level.
Really?
The last one for you on this quickfire is Ronaldo tops Forbes' highest football player list again. He's become the first footballer billionaire.
Fuck, you don't even need that.
Billionaire.
You don't even need that kind of money. Like,
when you look that good?
No, I mean, his deals, his endorsements, he's playing on Saudi money. Do you really need that much? Start giving it back to us. Hit him up, will you? Send him a tweet. See if he wants to fund this show for a couple of months. Just a few $100 million. Look, we're not asking for heaps. Stop being selfish.
It's crazy.
It's bad enough. It's
He's
bad
a
enough
freaking
he's good
billionaire.
looking. He's fucking rich as well. Arsehole. I hope he's a shit lay. I really do.
Yeah, I can't see that being the case.
No, me either.
I can't see that being the case. He'd be an incredible lover. All right, it's time for Comment Club.
It's time for Comment Club. Normally I ignore all the comments. I get a lot of them. I've got to get paid for this crap.
Thank you, Donald Trump. Okay, so I've only got one for us today. Normally we get emails coming through, talkingsportreport@gmail.com. Please chuck us an email through the week. Any question you have on the podcast, maybe you got a question for us, maybe you got an accusation, or maybe you hate something about us, you can tell us. Any attack is totally fine, and we will read it out in this podcast, talkingsportreport@gmail.com. You can also leave a comment, and we'll pick some out of the social media.
Have you scared people off? All this talk of show goats and, things like that, and bloody fan of the week, and now everyone's just gone into hiding because they're scared. Are they going to live up to the hype?
I think everyone's waiting for the merch to come out, and you continually shit the bed on that one.
No.
If it wasn't for your mum,
I may have locked in a model for next week to take
good.
photos with the merch. He and I are in heavy discussions as we speak.
This is good. This is good. Well, speaking of show goats, which is the person we consider to be, the best external member of the team. Basically the guy or girl who is putting out incredible, maybe not putting out in that word, but putting out great vibes for this Talker Sport Report. So if you are, out telling someone to listen to the podcast, or you are driving people to get us for guests, you could be potentially our weekly show goat. This week, I'm giving the show goat to Jordan Eckford.
100%.
Geordie.
Good kid.
What a legend. He writes in, "Hi, lads. Just wanted to reach out and see whether you'd be looking for any kind of sponsorship for the pod." I'm like, sponsorship? Scotty's eyes. Your eyes lit up there.
Yeah, only because, remember there was that big push for you and I to do the podcast from Vegas next year?
There
was,
was
a tax write-off for Geordie.
That's right. My brother-in-law, John, did suggest that.
100%. This is a tax write-off for Geordie, so...
That's true.
So I need 1 passport, 2 return flights, and a very good hotel for 2 weeks. Done.
He continues, "My solar and electrical business would be keen to jump on as a local sponsor if that would be something you consider moving forward. Love the awards episode 2, guys. As I've previously stated, you boys, he's a Knights tragic, and I was a little bit disappointed to see the category for most enthusiastic captain award should have been Kalen Ponga, hands down." Sorry, most unenthusiastic. My bad. Most unenthusiastic. Happy to have a chat with you boys anytime if you'd like. Look forward to hearing from you. Kind regards, Geordie. So Geordie is keen to jump on board and be our first ever sponsor, which would be huge.
Massive.
So Geordie, I have dropped you an email back. So
Has he not responded?
Let's discuss.
Has he not responded? He's playing hardball now.
He's playing hardball. I did ask for $1 million. Do you reckon I've gone in a little bit too hot?
You've gone in too low.
Oh, yeah.
We've got like 6 listeners. See how big of a
That's
reach
true.
that is? It's huge.
That's huge.
Massive.
Yeah. Yeah. Come to think of it, Geordie, are you sure you want to sponsor this show? Did you email the wrong podcast?
He's meant to email James Graham.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that he probably wants them, but I've got some stickers here if he does. He can swing by. I'd like to see one of these on his work ute, actually.
100%. He's our show goat this week, so he deserves a sticker. So thank you, Geordie.
Legend.
Now, last week we did kick off our new segment, which is the tip-off.
Yes.
Where I thought I had you in a beauty
100%.
where you basically tipped. You went back to your classic roots of tipping NFL that you keep on dragging these great sides into losses. And I thought, beautiful. There was a whole bunch of obviously international football matches. There were a couple of countries I've never heard of playing countries that should be the best in the world. And I thought this is going to be the easiest money I ever make here and go up 1-0.
Yes.
But I believe one of my teams, I'm not going to name any names, France, but
had a draw.
Had a
2-2 draw.
Unbelievable. Against Potstanafi Akinople or something like that. I think the country's name was. I think it's a little island off the coast of Maui.
Let's have a quick look.
It's just unbelievable.
They had a draw with Iceland. 2-2.
Okay.
2-2.
How have they got a football team?
They had a 2-2 draw, but you did manage to scrape through with Germany and Denmark. It means fucking nothing because
it's a multi, mate.
Because I had Denver,
and it wouldn't have mattered.
No, it wouldn't have. Because I had Denver Broncos, LA Chargers, Indianapolis Colts, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, who all won and returned $1,619.
And I think mine would have returned, because they were really, really short.
I think.
Yeah.
That's still good.
Maybe not even
That's
that.
still good.
I know. But I was going to put $500 on it, so not really a good return when you think of it like that.
But you were building.
I was. So you're up 1-0.
Yes.
And at the end of the year, whoever is in front has a dare or a demand that they can ask of the other person, and it can be anything, and that person cannot refuse. So the stakes are bloody high. I'm fresh off. We're in a local, one of our legendary show goats, Shane Neves. He has a tipping punters club, and I'm fresh off the tip for that this weekend, which I bombed out. I've still got one riding. So I'm not in great form here, which is not good. So where are you taking your tip? I think I've got to do a 4-leg multi, and you get to do a 3-leg multi this week.
You don't have to do a 4, but at some point you will have to. Doesn't have to be this week.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
I'm doing it.
This is actually a little bit harder than last week because the Premier League's back, and you've got to factor in draws. And very
your Achilles heel.
Yeah. So we've already mentioned Forest. You watch. This will be the time where they turn it around for Ange. But I've gone Chelsea to topple them. I've gone league leaders Arsenal to beat Fulham at Fulham.
Oh, I'm just having flashbacks of Chad Stace when you pulled up his Eagles,
100%.
and you're now trying to ruin my Arsenal.
And I've gone Man City at home to beat Everton, who are actually performing. Grealish is just complete. Although Grealish is on loan, he can't play. Shit, I've got to change my Supercoach team. Ha. I just remembered. But that is what I'm rocking. And for our 500 outlay, it's going to return $2,114.66.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's
crazy. So that's for $500.
Yep. Where you off to?
All right. So here's where I'm going. I'm pumped that the NBA is finally back. So I couldn't help but to direct my boner in that direction. And so I've shot my wad in 4 different areas.
Right.
Oklahoma City Thunder, coming off a great championship year. They're title winners. This is not an easy game to start, but they are at home. They're taking on the Houston Rockets. And so I've got OKC at $1.35. I'm also taking the Golden State Warriors against the Lakers. Now, they're up against skinny Luka and no LeBron, though. And it actually is in LA, but Golden State always travel well to LA. So I'm taking the Warriors, $1.75, Chef Curry. I'm going Orlando Magic to beat Miami Heat at home. And I'm going the Atlanta Hawks at home to take down Toronto Raptors. So for my $500, my outlay will be a return of $2,068.84. So not quite the height that you'll get to, but I think I'll land all my bets.
Okay.
It does put me in a precarious position because if we both win, you win purely on the fact that you win more money.
Yeah. Yes. But you've got to remember, I'm battling with a draw. Yeah, I've got draws to contend with. I'm nervous now. I'm very nervous. This makes me...
All right, we'll see how we go.
Worried. And I can't...
Well, you're up 1-0, so
me...
who cares, mate? Even if I do win, it's only 1-1. We're back at level, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Look, it won't even let me sub Grealish off in my Supercoach team. I'm ropeable.
I'm glad you're really taking... I'm glad you're taking this podcast extremely serious by doing...
I am undefeated. I'm undefeated. Shut up.
On that amazing note, that actually brings the end of Talking Sport Report for another week. Thank you so much for joining us. If you've got this far in, you are an absolute legend, and that's a marathon effort in itself, getting through an hour of this dribble. We're back next Sunday night. If you can, love you to give us a 5-star rating in any podcast app you're listening to us in right now. It makes such a big difference. If you're listening on YouTube, whack that subscribe button, hit like, and of course, jump on any of our social. We chuck up clips through the week. Love you to comment and share any of our posts at Talking Sport Report on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Until next week, Scotty, peace, love, dove, sir. Thank you so much.
Mate, talk to you soon.